Was legally emancipated. I had nothing to do with her up until I was about 24 years old when she had lost my sister and brother, and I got custody of them. And I raised them for
She had
6 years.
relapsed?
No, she had got caught selling drugs out of her home.
So instead of being on them, she was selling?
Yeah. She stopped.
This is after you had come home because she had overcome drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you left on your own,
Mm-hmm.
she
began
was
to-
convicted of selling drugs.
Yes, sir.
Causing your siblings to be removed as you had been.
Yes, Your Honor. So when I found that out, I did not want them to endure the things that I endured while I was in the system. And so I got in contact with CPS, and I got custody of my sister and brother. At the time, I was only 24, and I had already had 2 kids of my own. So now here I am with 4 kids and taking care of them. And I loved them, and I treated them just like I treated my other kids.
All right, let me hear from you, ma'am.
Yes, I just want to say that we never seen eye to eye. We always bumped heads, like she said. And
What ages did you bump heads?
when she was like 16.
When she
Up
came back
until-
from
yeah,
the
when she
30
came back.
foster care home?
Yeah.
Was she in 30 different foster care?
No.
How many?
To my knowledge, at least about 5 or 10. And I don't see no 30 foster.
From age 3 to 15?
Yes.
You were still in touch with her?
Yes.
Oh, when would you see her?
I seen her, like, we both lived in Tulare, California. And I see her as much as possible. I had
What did that end up being?
visitations.
How often was that?
Your Honor, I've never seen her.
Like maybe twice a week sometimes.
Twice a
And
week?
while I was in
Where would
a
you see her?
recovery home,
Where would you see her?
while I was in a recovery home, she also came.
What years were those? Were you a crackhead from when she was age 3 to 15?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
just find that out. You were?
Yes.
All right. And she didn't live with you. She went to all these foster care homes. And I can assure you, as a crackhead, you don't know how many foster care homes she went to. So I'm going to go with her 30 versus your 5 to 10. All right. Anything else? Anything else you want to refute about this?
Yes, I do.
All right. Did you go from being a crackhead to a crack dealer or a drug
In
dealer?
between that, Your Honor,
Uh-huh.
I was also clean and sober.
I understand.
Which I
That's a
am
beautiful
today.
thing. But now we've moved on. After your drug addiction, did you start selling drugs and then get convicted for it and then have your other children removed and traumatized again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you were clean then. There was no crack addiction. That was your problem with her. The problem with your other 2 children that were taken from you by your own admission. I was clean and sober. Go ahead. What's that excuse for having your other 2 children taken from you if you were clean and sober? Let me stop you. Let me stop you, Your Honor. I was clean. All right, so what is your excuse for being clean and losing your children?
Money situation. Became addicted to the way of fast money. Making money fast.
Okay, so once
Because
again,
being an
okay,
addict
that's
and
good
habit
enough.
forming
Once
is-
again, you put whatever ahead of keeping
Of
your
my
children.
children, I sure
Good,
did.
and this time your mind was clean. Got it. Go ahead. What else you want to tell me?
So while I had the kids, Linda would call CPS on me, making false claims.
See, the reason I'm coming down on you, little man, because you tried to clean this up, act like, no, I knew where she was. I used to see her twice a week. Everything was fine. I just had a little crack on me every now and then.
Right.
For 12 straight years, and she was traumatized, her life destroyed in 30 different foster care homes. No, Jan, it wasn't 30, it was 10. That was how you responded, ma'am. That was how you responded, and that's why I'm responding like this to you. You show no remorse, you show no sympathy, and you show none for the other kids who were taken from you because you're I was clean, and still traumatized your other 2 children. Go ahead. That's why I'm giving you a hard time. A lot of crackheads who come in here and they show remorse, I'll give them some sympathy. But you show no remorse. You just show that you were a crackhead that was able to escape the addiction and went from being addicted to that, by your own admission, addicted to fast money. So take these kids, because I'm addicted to fast money now. I was a crackhead, so take them then, but now I ain't no crackhead. I'm just want to give them up. Go ahead, man. What else you want me to know? And I know you're saying she needed to hear something like that from somebody.
Somebody maybe should listen, but probably
correct,
not.
or understand the consequences of her actions, because that's what I'm not hearing.
That's what
I'm not hearing that she understands. She's not even admitting you've been in 30. She's seen you twice a week. You ain't seen this girl no twice a week while you were cracked out. Yeah.
So once she lost the kids, my sister and brother, I got custody of them. She was doing things like calling CPS on me, accusing me of beating the kids and neglecting the kids, this and that. I had them for 6 years. I gave them up because one summer I allowed the kids to go to San Diego with her and other family. While they were there, she called CPS and tells them, oh, she abandoned the kids with me. She don't want these kids and this and that. I was so tired of dealing with her and CPS coming in and out my life because she's trying to get my kids taken from me as well. And so I told them, you know what, go ahead and you just take the kids and I'll just deal with me and mine. And so I gave the kids up. After that, I moved to
They went home with her?
No, sir. They went with relative.
Even after all that, she didn't take them back.
She couldn't get them back. She didn't do what they wanted her to do.
Because you all these problems. Anything else you want to say before we get to the property that you're suing her about?
Well, eventually she did get them back, but it did no good for my younger brother who I raised. He's on probation for robbery. Yeah, he's smoking weed around the house. Of course. He's drinking.
Of course.
And she condones it because she wants to be a friend instead of being a mother. And so I feel bad for him.
Man, anything else you want to tell me? Now she says even when she did take your other 2 children, her as a young lady helping to raise her mother's children, you gave her a hard time. So much so that she had to give those children up. Not back to you, but to someone else. What do you want to say about that?
That's not true, Your Honor.
Okay.
She did not give my kids back to someone else. I fought hard and I got my kids back from her. She came and brought
How long did it take?
I don't know all the times, but...
You don't know how long it took you to get your children back after losing them?
From her?
From
8
anybody?
years.
8
years.
So you were without your children for
8 years.
Listen, you were without the court. Let's start there. The court denied you for 8 years.
Yes, sir.
So it wasn't her, it was the court. She can't determine whether to keep your children or not. The court makes that decision. And the court told you no for 8 straight years. What a shame. What else you want me to know?
I'm not ashamed, and
you should be.
I'm not.
You should be.
Because
I know, that's why I say you not recovering, man. You still have crackish ways.
Thank you.
You talk like a crackhead still. Are you smoking crack again? No. All right, because you sound like one. You're talking like one. Get to what you're suing her for, ma'am, the property.
She had decided, I have text messages to
ruin these kids' lives like that and talk about, I ain't done nothing. I just like cracking money more than them. That's all, Your Honor. Why you holding that against me? I ain't done nothing wrong.
Right.
Give them up for crack and then give them up because I want to be a dope dealer. What's the problem with that?
Right.
That's your attitude today. Go ahead.
I was a victim of crime in Louisiana, and she invited me to come back and stay with her at the rate of $300 per month. That was supposed to include utilities and kitchen.
How long ago was this?
That was in August of 2013.
Okay.
And all that was supposed to be included in it.
Utilities and kitchen?
Kitchen and laundry. Okay, once she decides she's going to evict me, because me and my brother got into it, she goes down there and she files the paperwork, but we hadn't even gone to court. And she's changing the locks. She turned the power off in the room and put a breaker on it. I have police reports here to prove it.
So what happened when you all went to court? You say she took you to court?
She lied on her papers in court, and the judge saw that, and so she lost. And they said she would have to refile.
And what property? What happened with your property?
Well, one of my brothers brought some things over saying, Mom threw your stuff out. You need to get over there and get it. And so I go there, and sure enough, I have pictures. She has my thing. This is after court. I have the cops with me to keep the peace or whatever.
These are your things?
Yeah. And all my stuff is outside in her front yard. Well, not all my stuff, but the things you see there is supposed to be things for me, and I have 3 kids. And that's all that was out there.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes.
You want to speak to any of this? You say yes as if you don't know why you're here. You're being sued because your daughter says you're illegal.
That's not true, Yard.
Okay, what part is it true?
As far as me throwing her things out, I did not throw her things out. We had went to court. I lost, like she said. And the reason I lost is because I put down the wrong year, and the judge was pretty much like,
No, that's not how that goes, ma'am. Don't lie to me.
I don't have
No,
to lie
ma'am,
to
that's
you.
not how that goes. You don't put down the wrong years, therefore they throw your case
I'm a
out.
crackhead,
Let's
remember?
move on. Yes, yes.
So I
Because that's
got
why
a
you're giving me
reason.
those
I
crackhead
have a reason to
stories.
put the
You're
wrong
giving
year
me those
down. I forgot
crackhead
what year I was
stories.
in.
You're still a crackhead.
Yeah, I
Coming
know.
here talking to me like that. You have any other defense?
No, I don't, Your
Have
Honor.
a good day. Your claim
Thank
is
you.
dismissed. Yours is granted. Yours is dismissed for contempt and for being a crackhead. Judge me for the claim. Have a good day.
I have nothing to say to her. I haven't been speaking to her. I don't plan on speaking to her. My kids will have nothing to do with her. She's just detrimental for us. That's it.
I'm glad you won, daughter.
Me too.
She can go her way, I can go mine. She
It's
can
been
keep
like
her
this